leucine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, lysine, arginine, histidine. No, lysine, arginine, histidine, three are basic amino acids. Threonine, comma, methionine, tryptophan, comma, phenylalanine, how many got? 3, 9, 10 got, no? 10 na? So these are the essential amino acids. Okay, and remaining other than this, whatever example comes, that is non-essential. So therefore, except this, all remaining amino acids are non-essential amino acid. And you can remember like this here, valine, leucine, isoleucine, this is a one set because they are having similarity in structure. We'll study valine, leucine, isoleucine, and lysine, arginine, histidine. These three are basic. All three basic amino acids they are essential. And methionine is actually sulfur containing amino acid. Methionine, there are two sulfur containing amino acid, cysteine, methionine. So cysteine is a non-essential, but methionine is a essential. And threonine, threonine is it is a OH containing amino acid, and tryptophan, phenylalanine. Okay, you remember like this, tryptophan and phenylalanine having phenyl group. Tryptophan has, of course, heterocyclic ring. Okay, 9, it become 10, no? Okay. Anything left? Any amino acid? Threonine came, no? Okay, fine. So these are the essential, remaining all non-essential. So this is the classification 2. This is important. It is based on synthesis. And there is another classification, last one, classification based on functional group. Right. Based on the functional group and cyclic rings. Right. So based on the functional groups and cyclic rings, they are classified into following types. 1, hydroxy containing amino acid. Hydroxy containing amino acid. 2, sulfur containing amino acid. 3, phenyl ring containing amino acid. 4, heterocyclic ring containing amino acid. 5, amide containing amino acid. So here also important is only examples. You need to remember example. Tell me, hydroxy containing amino acid, which contain which group? The amino acid which containing OH group, no? Right? So the amino acid which contain OH group, hydroxy. The amino acid which containing sulfur group, sulfur bond, sulfur linkage. Okay, sulfur atom, that is sulfur containing. The amino acid which containing phenyl ring, nothing but C6H5, which is called phenyl ring, phenyl containing amino acid. and heterocyclic. So this is important. So the amino acid which containing heterocyclic ring. What is the meaning of heterocyclic? You know, we know that benzene has C6H6, all the carbon atom, and remaining all are hydrogen. No, it is a homocyclic. That means if the cyclic ring contain all same atoms, like benzene containing same carbon atoms, that is a homocyclic. Heterocyclic is in benzene, if you replace one carbon with any one nitrogen or oxygen, or even sulfur also, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, they are called heteroatoms other than carbon. Therefore, if it is one carbon replaced with either nitrogen or oxygen or sulfur, then it is called a heterocyclic ring, not homocyclic. Therefore, if the amino acid which contain heterocyclic ring, that is a heterocyclic containing amino acid. And finally, amide bond. If amino acid containing amide bond, that is a amide containing amino acid. Okay. Therefore, tell me example for this first. Hydroxy containing amino acid. There are three example: serine, threonine, tyrosine. So serine, threonine, tyrosine, these three are example for hydroxy containing amino acid. You have to remember. Next, second one, sulfur containing. This was the previous CET question. Which of the following amino acid has sulfur? There are two amino acid, cysteine, methionine. Therefore, example, cysteine, methionine or sulfur containing amino acids, cysteine, methionine. Next is phenyl ring. Which amino acids containing phenyl ring? Nothing but benzene ring. Phenylalanine. The name itself has meaning, phenylalanine. Okay. So phenylalanine, and even tyrosine also has same. Tyrosine. So this tyrosine has phenyl ring as well as OH group. Irpodala. Tyrosine, phenylalanine. Next, heterocyclic. This is also previous CET question. Which of the following amino acid has heterocyclic ring? So it is, you can take proline. Proline. Did I write the structure of proline? Proline is like this. It is a single bond OH, COOH, proline, right? In proline, it is a ring. This ring has nitrogen. It is called heterocyclic. Proline, even histidine also. Histidine. Next, amide containing. So which has two amino acids having amide bond. Amide containing amino acid. There are two amino acid. One, aspargine, glutamine. Aspargine and glutamine are two amino acid which are having amide bond. Okay. So this is about classification of amino acids. Okay. Next we have structure and symbol. Name, structure, symbol of amino acid. Next, right? Structure of amino acids. Take the three columns. In first column, write the name. name of amino acid, first column name of amino acid, second column structure, and third column its symbol. Okay, name, structure, symbol. Tell me, there are how many naturally occurring amino acids? Alpha. Okay, we'll study all 20 amino acid structures. 1. Let us start with glycine. Okay, and moreover, so we have studied that all amino acid having similar structure except side chain R. Okay, that means all amino acid differ in only in side chain. Therefore, there are 20 amino acid. All the 20 amino acid differ in R. They have this group is same now. That's what you try to remember. What is the R group? It is easy to remember, right? So therefore, first one, glycine. In glycine, the structure is very simple. NH2COH. This is the same. And in place of R, what is there? Glycine has H. That is a side chain is H. Next, second one is alanine. 3, valine. 4, leucine. 5, isoleucine. Proline. Okay, in alanine it is also same. CH, NH2, COH, leave the side chain, and it is NH2, COH, and side chain, and leucine, it is a CH, NH2, COH, isoleucine, it is a CH, NH2, COH, proline. Now, what is the side chain alanine? It is CH3. What is the side chain in valine? It is a isopropyl. Propyl, but isopropyl group it is. Isopropyl group. Next, in leucine, it has isobutyl. CH2, CH, CH3, CH3, which is called isobutyl. Isopropyl, isobutyl, the similarity. Next, in isoleucine, they have tertiary butyl. One, two, three, four, tertiary butyl. And proline, this is a secondary amine. Okay, next, seventh one, lysine, arginine, histidine. So lysine, arginine, histidine. These three are example for basic. So they are basic amino acid. Okay, so lysine is It is a CHNH2 COOH. This group is same. And what is the side chain? There are 4 CH2 group. Then there is another NH2 group. NH2, NH2. There are 2 NH2 groups. That is lysine. Next is arginine. CHNH2 COOH. There are 3 CH2 group here. Okay, and this has guanidine ring. Okay, this ring is called guanidine. And histidine. In histidine structure, it is actually heterocyclic, no? There are 2 nitrogen, here 1 more nitrogen, hydrogen, and this is CH2. And so 3-letter symbol: glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, proline, lysine, arginine, histidine. Next, 10. Serine, threonine, tyrosine. So what are the serine, threonine, tyrosine? The similarity: hydroxy containing. Serine, threonine, tyrosine, 3 are hydroxy containing amino acid. Next, 13. Phenylalanine, cysteine, methionine, aspartic acid, glutamic acid, aspargine, glutamine. Last one is tryptophan. Okay, serine. The structure of serine is CHNH2 COOH. This group is same. Then what is the side chain in serine? OH group, no, but OH group is present on CH2OH. Next, threonine. So threonine also has OH. It is on this. It is CH NH2 COOH. Next is tyrosine. In tyrosine, CHNH2 COOH group is similar, but which has phenyl ring on para position. There is a OH. So therefore, serine, threonine, tyrosine, 3 are example for hydroxy containing amino acid. Next is phenylalanine. Phenylalanine, it is just like alanine only. And tell me, in alanine what is the side chain? CH3, second one, right? But here in CH3 one hydrogen is removed and substituted with phenylalanine. Next, cysteine, methionine. So these two are the sulfur containing amino acids. In cysteine, the side chain is CH2SH, which is called a thioalcohol. This group is a thioalcohol. But in case of methionine, there is a thioether will be there. So thioether will be there in case of methionine. CH2, there is a S and CH3. It is a thioether. But both are having sulfur atoms, no? Next, aspartic acid. Aspartic acid structure already we have written, no? In aspartic acid structure, CHNH2 COOH, and what is the side chain is CH2 COOH. And in case of glutamic acid, there is a COOH and there are two CH2. Next, aspargine glutamine. See, aspargine glutamine, actually both are derivative of aspartic acid, glutamic acid. In aspartic acid we have carboxylic group, no? Here we have amide group. That is a different. Amide is CH2 C double bond O. Okay, and CH2. So difference is, here is carboxylic group COOH, here is amide group CONH2. It is aspartic acid, it is aspargine. Next, glutamic acid, glutamine. It is also glutamic acid, carboxylic acid, glutamine is amide. So therefore, both are similar to their acidic carboxylic acids. So last one is tryptophan. In tryptophan there is a heterocyclic ring, and moreover it has even benzene ring also. Benzene ring, this is okay, this is a side chain which has tryptophan. What is symbol? TRY. Tryptophan. No, it's repeated tryptophan. Tryptophan here, tyrosine here. TYR. Phenyl. Is it PHY? Phenylalanine? Aspartic acid, glutamic acid. PHE. Okay. Right. So these are the 20 naturally occurring amino acid. So their structures are structural information important because based on structure question can be asked like this. Which of the following has isopropyl group? Tell me, which amino acid has isopropyl group? Valine. Which amino acid has tertiary butyl group? Isoleucine. This carbon is a tertiary, no? Tertiary butyl. And this is a isobutyl, tertiary butyl. Okay, you can write in short there. So which amino acid has side chain hydrogen? Glycine. Which amino acid has side chain is guanidine? This ring is called, yeah, guanidine side chain. Arginine. Okay. Next, which amino acid has side chain is thioalcohol? Cysteine. It is a thioalcohol. Which amino acid has side chain is thioether? Methionine. It is a ether, no, but sulfur ether, thioether, right? So like these questions can be expected. It's based on structure. Okay, and moreover, if you practice now, you will get the similarity. Like hydrogen is simplest amino acid. You can remember side chain hydrogen. Alanine, methyl, and valine, isopropyl. Next is leucine, isobutyl, and isoleucine, tertiary butyl. That's what I have written order. Now the amino acid which are having structural similarity written in written order. Proline, it actually it has secondary amine. It is secondary amine. Proline. Lysine, arginine, histidine, they have structural similarity. That is, they are having NH2 group, no, more NH2 groups are more basic. So therefore NH2 here is guanidine, again NHN here. And moreover, histidine is also example for what? Heterocyclic, nitrogen ring, nitrogen in the ring, heterocyclic as well as it a basic. Next is serine, threonine, tyrosine. Serine, CH2OH, and threonine, it is a CHOH, CH3, and threonine. So three are having hydroxy containing amino acids. And phenylalanine. In alanine, hydrogen replaced by phenylalanine. Next is cysteine, methionine, sulfur containing. Structural information is similarity. Next is aspartic acid, glutamic acid. In aspartic acid, CH2COH, glutamic 2CH2, and aspargine, glutamine. In aspargine, the difference between aspartic and glutamic acid, aspargine, glutamine is, in acid there is a acid group, in aspargine there is a amide group. Carboxylic group, amide group, carboxylic group, amide group. That is the difference. And tryptophan is last one. So in this way you can remember the structural information of amino acid. Okay. Next is properties of amino acids. Properties of amino acids. properties of amino acid. Right, in properties of amino acid we study three important properties. One is a amphoteric nature, second one Zwitterion, third one isoelectric point. But before that we'll see general properties. So what are the general properties of amino acid? See, all the amino acids they are white crystalline solids. They are not liquid state, they are not in gaseous state. Therefore they are just like sugar, they are white colored crystalline solid, and they are white crystalline solid, they are soluble in water. It is due to carboxyl group and amine group. We know that amine group able to form hydrogen bonding, this carboxyl group also able to form hydrogen bond. So due to formation of both the groups in hydrogen bonding, so they are soluble in water. Therefore all amino acids are soluble in water. Next, so due to amine group and carboxyl group, they are having usually high melting point. All amino acids having high melting point and they behave like salt. So these amino acids behave like salt because they are acid and base now. Acid base group present in the same molecule, acid reacts with no base, it means acid donate the proton, it taken by amine group, that means acid form anion and base form cation, it forms what? Salt. Therefore they behave like salt. So these are the three important these are the general properties information of this amino acid. At first one, amino acids are white, they are white crystalline solid. They are soluble in water due to formation of what? Formation of hydrogen bonding. So they are soluble in water due to formation of hydrogen bonding. Next, 3. So third property is usually they have high melting points. So they have high melting point and behave as salt. Okay, next is there are three important properties are study here. One, amphoteric nature. 2, Zwitterion. 3, isoelectric point. Right, so these three properties we study in detail. First one amphoteric nature, second one Zwitterion, third one isoelectric point. Tell me, first one amphoteric nature. See, amino acids are amphoteric nature. What is the meaning of amphoteric? Which can behave as acid as well as base. So amino acid can be behave as acid, it can behave as base also, because we know the general formula of amino acid is RNH2 COOH. See here, if I say amino acid, it must be only alpha amino acid. We don't study about beta, gamma, delta amino acids. Even though we do not mention alpha amino acid every time, it is understood that it is only alpha amino acid. We are studying about alpha amino acid. Okay, fine. So alpha amino acids are amphoteric nature because in amino acid there are two groups. One is a amine group which has lone pair, which is a basic nature, right? It is a basic nature of group, and another one is carboxyl group which is a acidic nature. So therefore amino acid has acidic nature, carboxyl group, basic nature, amine group. So therefore it is acidic nature, carboxyl group, it donates the proton. Basic nature, amine group, it accepts the proton, therefore it acts as a acid as well as base, right? Therefore all amino acids are amphoteric nature because they donate the proton, they accept the proton, right? They are acidic and basic. If that is the case, they must be reacts with acid, they must be reacts with base, obviously, right? Yes or no? It should be reacts with acid because basic nature. it should be reacts with base, it should be acidic nature. Therefore, so let's say a reaction with acid. Okay, reaction with acid. Let us take hydrochloric acid. Come on, tell me. Amino acid are CH, NH2, COOH. It is reacts with any acid. You can take H plus. Now question is, this H plus ion is reacts with whether amine group or carboxyl group. It should be amine or carboxyl group. Why? Amine basic, no. See, acid always reacts with base. How come acid react? Therefore, this acidic group and this lone pair donated to acidic group. So therefore, acid reacts with base. It form what? NH2 become NH3 plus, like salt like substance, no. And COOH group do not disturb. That means it form cation or not? It form cation. It means amino acids reacts with acid, they form the cation. Why it is N plus? Why it is plus positive charge here? Lone pair is donated to H plus. Next, B, reaction with base. So you can take NaOH base. Now amino acid are CH, NH2, COOH. Amino acid reacts with base, that is OH minus. Tell me, this base OH minus reacts with what? That is H plus. So that COH. Therefore, COOH and OH minus. What can be removed? Water. RCH, NH2, COO minus plus H2O, which is anion. It means amino acid reacts with both acid as well as base. Therefore, it is amphoteric nature. Okay. Next is Zwitter ion.